What is up, guys? We are here, Riptor, character breakdown. This character is finally with us. She's a really, really funky character. She was described as straightforward, and I think she is pretty straightforward once you get used to her, but she has really, really strange mobility options that are unique to her and not any other character in the game. She has a bunch of stances and a bunch of cancels, and she has really, really fast mix-ups and offense, and she has pretty decent keep away, actually, against characters without projectiles as well once you get used to it. So she's a really, really fun character. She's pretty versatile, and she's going to take you a while to figure out, so I think you'll have a lot of fun with her. But let's get right into it, right? So this is what her normals look like. Her standing jab is a chain. You can just chain it just like that. Pretty good. Crouching jab. Standing light kick, which looks just like that, which is really, really easy to manual off. This is a really great manual to do. I like this manual a lot. Crouching light kick looks like that. It's a low, which is pretty good as well. Standing medium punch. Crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch is a low, and it is plus. So two things to keep in mind there. Her standing medium kick looks like that. It is actually +7 on hit, so you can cancel or combo other things off of it. So that is her standing jab comboed off of it. Crouching medium kick moves forward a bunch like that, but it's not plus like her crouching medium punch. So keep that in mind. It gets real funky when we get to the heavies. The heavy attacks are pretty weird. That's when things are going to get to start interesting, right? So her heavy punch has, I think, 4 different variations. It's back heavy punch, which is her best anti-air. This is the anti-air that you're probably going to go to most situations, right? Best anti-air right there. Neutral heavy punch, which looks like that. Down forward heavy punch, or just, hold down and heavy punch. And down back heavy punch, which is the flame carpet. Now, when I mentioned keeping out characters who don't have projectiles, this is what I meant. This is really good to stop their approach. It's really, really plus. It has a really big hitbox. It stays out there a while. It's also really good for setups, right? So you can put this down and then do knockdown setups off of it, which is really, really great. And I'll get into that a little bit later. Her heavy kick has this far heavy kick, which hits 3 times and it sucks your opponent in, and her sweep. So her sweep hits from downtown. It's really, really far. And it's really, really great because of that, because she has a lot of really strong overhead options. Having a really far-reaching low is really great for Riptor. So I'll show you guys what I mean about the suction thing. So, whoops, I got the far heavy kick right there. Happened again. Huh. Actually, you know what? That's the close heavy kick. So I got to move out a little bit. Yeah, there it is. There's the suction I'm talking about. So the 3 hits, it's also special cancelable, goes into, combo it into normals or whatever. This is the close heavy kick, right? Now, the interesting thing about this is it hits twice, right? But you can cancel it on the first hit. So you can cancel it into whatever you want off of the first hit, which makes it a really great manual. Close heavy punch, really great manual. I'll show you guys right here. So you guys see right there. Close heavy kick is a really great manual. And it hits twice up close, so you can use that to meaty as well. Really, really nice. Her neutral jumps, or her jumping attacks in general, are really good. But because of that, she has really, really great throw baits and stuff like that. Her jumping heavy punch hits 3 times. It counts as a special, though. So keep in mind, if you're fighting Spinal, he can actually absorb it with his overpower. So keep that in mind. That's pretty rough. If you try to jump at Spinal, I've learned the hard way. He will absorb all 3 hits of your jump in and then punish you. And he has 3 skulls, so that's pretty rough. Jumping heavy kick looks just like that. It has a ground bounce on it, which is pretty funky and pretty unique. It has a really great hitbox, man. This is a really, really great air to air. So this is ground, this is air to ground, and this is really great air to air. So keep that in mind. So now that we've covered those, let's get into her mobility options and her stances, right? So her main stance we'll talk about in just a second here after we get through her mobility. But as you can see here, Riptor does not have traditional dashes. She has a run. She just does a run. If you hold double tap back, you get a back run. If you double tap forward, you get a forward run. You can cancel this by hitting the opposite direction that you ran. So backwards, you just tap forward. Forward, you just tap back. And that's how you cancel the run. You can also cancel it with down, or you can cancel it with shadow moves if you want to go through something. So that move, for instance, goes through fireball. So you can run forward, react to a fireball, and go through it just like that. So that's interesting. You can cancel these runs as well with your punches and kicks. They all do different things. Now, there is 4 moves that are the same no matter the stance, right? There's both of light punch and light kick and medium kick do the same thing out of both stances. So light kick and medium kick both do this running overhead move like that, right? And the punches do this headbutt. Now, it's the same thing forward or backwards. So I'll show you guys. If I'm full screen. Forward run, it's the same thing. It's all the same. The only different thing in both running moves is the heavy kick and heavy punch. So run back heavy punch is a fireball. Now I mentioned the keep away game. You guys can see how if your character doesn't have a projectile, that's going to be annoying. This is going to be really annoying to deal with, right? So that's really great. That is her heavy punch. Her heavy kick is a running uppercut kind of move. This is a really great anti-air. It has a huge hitbox. Anti-air is everything. Sends them flying like that. And you can also juggle off of it. So that's pretty good. You don't get much, but you can, follow up with a hard knockdown and then set up the fire and stuff like that. So that's really great. But yeah, that is her running backward moves. Her forward moves, heavy punch. This is just her standing heavy punch. And you can special cancel it if it hits and start a combo off of it. If it doesn't hit, it's not special cancelable as far as I know. And her running heavy kick is a sweep. Now this looks super unsafe, but it's not. I'll show you guys why right now. So if he blocks it, you can see there's a second hit there where her head hits on the way down. So it's only -2 on block. But because it's 2 hits, you can shadow counter it. So that is the way to deal with that. But yeah, it's safe on block if you don't block it. And like I mentioned, she has these really far-reaching lows that are pretty strong. So that's something to keep in mind about Riptor. They don't lead to much, but she has them to stop them from blocking overhead all the time, right? So now that we've shown you guys these moves out of the run cancels, they can also be done by themselves. So back forward kick is this move. This move's really, really interesting. It cancels into 2 different things. So if your opponent, if they get hit, you know, you can combo off of it like normal. It's just a normal opener. If they block it, you get 2 different options. If you hit any punch button, you shoot a fireball on the way back. Now, depending on what fireball you shoot, it goes different ways. So that's heavy punch. Oh, whoops. And that's light punch. So light punch goes straight down. Medium punch in the middle. Heavy punch downtown. That's where it shoots. It shoots to downtown. So any kick button will do her tail whip, which I just call the Dino Booty Bump. So that's how I'm going to refer to it the rest of the time. If you hit the light kick, you'll land in front. Medium kick, depending on the range, can cross up or not. And heavy kick is pretty much going to cross up every time. So that's what this move does. It has different, you know, as you can see, it has a bunch of different ways to mix people up, right? So let's say you're doing this kind of thing. You know, you have a lot of ways to mix somebody up right there. And you can do the fireball, and then you can just run it back and then cross up. So she has a bunch of different ways to mix you up out of that move, even if it's blocked, right? If it hits, you got a combo. If it's blocked, you have that. Same thing with her headbutt move. So actually, I should probably, yeah, if it hits, you know, you can do a normal combo off of it and all that kind of stuff. If it's blocked, you go into Predator stance. So I'll turn all block on and show you guys what that looks like. So if it's blocked, you go into Predator stance. Now this move is plus 11 on block, right? The headbutt itself. This is plus 11 on block because you cancel into Predator stance and you have a couple different options. I'll show you guys all of them. I'll try to run through them for you guys. So light punch looks just like that. It wall bounces if it hits. That is the point of that move. So if you're in the corner, you get a little splat, right? Light kick is like that. It is a low crush, beats throw attempts and stuff like that. So that is what that is for. Medium punch is a low. Medium kick is an overhead. So there's your 50-50. You do this move, you see that it doesn't hit, cancel into that for an overhead. Or, you know, you cancel into this for a low. That's your 50-50 right there. Heavy punch is a really fast overhead. It's very unsafe on block, though. Keep that in mind. Like, if I hold up, you can see there's a lot of recovery there. And then heavy kick looks just like that. So the really strong thing about Predator stance is you don't just have to use it off of the headbutt. You can do stuff like this into that. So you can meaty with a normal, cancel into something, and do it like that. So you can use this move as like a cancel on almost anything you do. So you can use it for all kinds of mix-ups. It's really great. And it's really great for running away because the heavy kick version of that pushes you back like that. So you have a pretty safe way to get out of there if you don't want to be near them. And you can use that for cancels like that. It's really, really, really awesome. But yeah, that is the headbutt move. So we've covered the headbutt move and the Predator stance. Those are the 2 main stances, right? Her running moves and her Predator stance are her 2 main stance kind of things. So now that we've covered, though, we can go into her normal special moves. This one is quarter circle back punch. It is an anti-air. It's also a juggle, which is pretty interesting. We'll get into why that's important in a second here. The booty bump, we already talked a little bit about. Very unsafe on block. It's minus 1 billion on block, but it's really, really, really plus on hit. I'll show you guys. See how long I have to combo off of that? You have forever. It's really, really plus. And because of that, you have all these great mix-ups where you can do a neutral jump like that and go right into that. And then you could drop your combo and do it again. Like, it's really, really great mix-up and reset potential. You can also do an instant cancel on block to go into mix-ups off of that, which we'll get into a little later, but you guys get the idea, right? Now, the reason I brought up the juggle here is because the shadow booty bump is a recapture, which is awesome. So if you ever end, if you ever end your combo with this move, you can recapture with that move. It's pretty nice. It is pretty sick. I'm a fan. And you can also use that to anti-air and get, recaptures off of that too. It's not a great anti-air, but it can be used for like kind of far jumps and characters who don't have great jumping attacks. So keep that in mind as well. But yeah, back heavy punch is your main anti-air is Riptor. So you can also combo that into the recapture. Now, we've talked a little bit about most of Riptor's special moves and stuff like that, and I've showed you guys the offense, so we'll talk about the instinct. The interesting thing about the instinct is that her instinct is pretty much a buff similar to Saberwolf's, where she just kind of like gets stronger. She doesn't get like some crazy new mechanic like Sadira where she can shoot webs or cats or something like that. It powers up all her heavy kick moves. So before I do this, I want to or heavy kick and heavy punch moves. So before I do this, I want to show you guys. That's what her normal heavy punch looks like. That's what her normal heavy kick looks like. Running fireball looks like that, right? So I'll pop instinct and I'll show you guys what it looks like after that. Pop instinct. If I do the run back fireball, you can see it's a lot bigger now. And so is the flame carpet. The flame carpet gets better. It lasts longer. The heavy kick has a little bit more range. So remember when I mentioned the stance cancels? You can see how really far away now you have a bunch of different ways into this, and you can cancel that on the hit. So you have a bunch of different things you can do now. You have this really far range heavy kick. Your fire reaches forever. Back heavy punch, yeah, you're not going to jump on me. Down forward heavy punch, it reaches really, really far too. So keep that in mind. And her sweep goes so far. Like, it's really, really great. So, you know, there's those things. But what about, you know, Riptor? How is she going to get in when she has instinct? It's not like she's like 6 times faster or anything when she forward runs. Like, do you see how crazy fast that is? So when she has instinct, she gains a speed boost, and all her heavy kick and heavy punch moves get buffs. So that is the way her instinct works. Now, keep in mind, the other interesting thing about her heavy buttons that we didn't talk about is that they combo into each other. So if you just hit fierce over and over, they just combo like that. Same with heavy kick. It combos just like that, right? So you can use that as a normal combo. It's sort of like Saberwolf's rabid doubles. So you can do that even in pressure, which is pretty great. Honestly, it makes comboing really easy when you get a lockout, because you can just do fierce, 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 and then end the combo like that. Really, really nice and useful as well. But yeah, those are the main things with Riptor. Like I mentioned, some of the stuff that people have been doing a lot is using the neutral jump setups along with the this move, the booty bump, to set things up, as well as the tail cancels into all kinds of different things. This is just really good. This mix up right here is really, really good. And the interesting thing is you can cancel everything into instinct. So you can do a move that's unsafe or a mix up that's unsafe, use your instinct and make it safe. Especially when you have your instinct pop and you have this full screen heavy attack to pretty much, you know, cancel into whatever you want. It's really, really nice. And you won't be able to get your cross up from that, but the interesting thing is you can just do this and get it from there. So that is Riptor in a nutshell. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this breakdown. This character has a lot going on, as you guys can see. It took me a while to get through all of her stuff. And oh, there's actually one thing I forgot to mention in this. So the other move in Predator stance that we didn't get to is she has dashing heavy punch, which is this move right here. This move has a really great hitbox, surprisingly, and it can be canceled. What's it called? It can be canceled, excuse me, but it can be instant canceled into stuff. So that's pretty much your main use for it, right? You can use that move to get in, pop instinct, and then try to get a mix-up off of it. But yeah, that move has a pretty weird hitbox. I'm not entirely sure what it's for, but it is safe on block. Actually, I think it's +2 on block now that I think about it. So it's actually pretty good, and if you have the ability to set that up and get your instinct popped and get the mix-ups going, it's really great. So like I mentioned, this character has a lot going, but once you understand how to make her mobility better, you know, how to understand the runs and everything a lot easier, and you understand all her stance stuff, she is super fun. She is really fast-paced, and she's a really fun, you know, unique character. She's not like anybody else out there right now. So this character, if you guys are interested in trying her, I definitely recommend it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see some more Riptor footage, check out the channel. I post a bunch of Riptor stuff, and I'm going to be playing this character a lot. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.